Hi there guys, welcome to another battle report with us, the Doomsdarkside crew. We're playing Warhammer Fantasy, as you can see. This is my Empire army. I haven't been playing Fantasy for a while, so I thought I'd bring them out again. And I'm playing against my good friend and mortal enemy. Yeah, wrap your head about that. D.
I'm not your good friend.
He's using his Skaven. We're playing 2000 points, and we are playing a scenario from the big rulebook called Surprise Encounter. It's the one with the fog of war where you have to deploy randomly, and I'll tell you, it is quite random. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a heads up on what's going on. So I don't know if you can see the table. This is what the table looks like. There's not a lot on it because we only deploy 3 units in these little squares. So my units, I've got a cannon deployed down here, and across the table I've got a archer unit over there with a level 1 life wizard over there. And way down there behind the tree is my Pistolier unit. So I've got the bottom right and the top left and the bottom left looking from my end as my deployment. On the first turn you can bring units in. You can't charge on the first turn, or you can charge, but you have to take a leadership test before you can charge. I'll just show you D's deployment. He can go over his army in a minute. He's got his helpet, or as I like to call it, a Furby, over there, right in the middle. And he's got some clan rats with a warp lightning engineer. No, is that what it's called? Warlock engineer over there, level 1. And then he's got his warp lightning cannon on the hill over there. So that's our deployment. The rest of my army is as follows. I've got a 50-man spearman unit with a level 4 wizard and a battle standard in there. I've got 4 demigryphs. Yes, I'm proxying the 4th one. And I've got Pagain, my captain on a Pegasus, a steam tank.
Still in process of painting.
Yeah. And then I've got my Empire Inner Circle Knight unit with a warrior priest. That's pretty much it. That's 2000 points. And I'm actually looking forward to this. I think it's going to be crazy. I do like playing against Skaven because you never really know what you're going to get. They can either be really, really tough or really disastrous. I'm focusing on this Skaven unit because I reckon this is going to be the only painted unit in D's army. Right, I'm going to hand this over to D and then he can do his.
Quick camera change. As you've seen on the board, I've got my Helpet Abomination. I made him out of a Great Unclean One, a Rat Ogre, and some Flock. This is before the Helpet Abomination had a model, so hence why it's a lot smaller than what they are now, but I don't really want to pay for a new one because it fits the bill. Now I've got a unit of 27 basic clan rats, all painted, I must say. That's a massive achievement for me. Warlock engineer over there with something special.
And it looks like they all got their tails on as
well. They all have their this is how much effort I put into it. So I got them. I got a warp lightning cannon over here. I've even put the crew on for this game. Normally I just have a little machine walking around with no crew whatsoever, but
floating around.
Extra effort because it's been so long since I used Skaven. My mobile phone, that's not a unit. I've got a unit of 40 storm vermin with a battle standard bearer somewhere near the front, that little painted guy. A screaming bell with a grey seer sitting on top. Then I've got a unit of 20 plague monks with a can't remember the name of them now. A plague priest in the front of the unit, and a unit of 3 swarms. I think that's quite a small army for 2000 points. Well, actually, it's 1,999 points and a half. And yeah, that's my army. So I think
I've rolled for the first turn as well, so I'll be going first. And we'll come back to you after the first turn.
Yeah, that's
okay, so this was the end of Empire turn 1. I decided to bring everything on, what the hell. You roll a d3 to see where they come on, so most of my stuff deployed down here. I got my knights, steam tank, demigryphs, and then of course the archers started here. I had to shuffle them over a little bit because they were deployed just slightly wrong. And my wizard over there. And then the spearman came up over there with the cannon. And then Pagain came over here on that corner and I flew him in over there. So my first turn movement, you can't march or charge when you come on, so literally, and you start from a table edge, so they literally just shuffled forward there, and the steam tank came on. In the magic phase, I didn't really have a lot. I tried Uranian's Thunderbolt on him, caused 2 wounds, which D saved with his 4+ regen, and that was it for magic. Then shooting, cannon fired, boom, saved. This cannon fired, boom, saved. Archers fired, and they saved too.
1 wound.
So no wounds on the Furby, and then down there, my Pistoliers fired on the warp lightning cannon and got a wound through. So net result: turn 1 Empire, 1 wound. That's right. Watch out, Skaven. I'm coming to get you. Right, Skaven
Okay,
turn 1.
so the end of the Skaven turn 1. Much like Jason had decided, everything is going to turn up. So I had, rat swarms appeared in this quarter, or this sector. So they moved up behind the Pistoliers. The big unit of storm vermin, sorry, they're supposed to be ranked behind there, they're not just a squabble. So they moved on there. And then the plague monks moved on here and turned to face this big unit. This unit just turned around, so I could do some warp lightning goodness on him. Warp lightning cannon obviously stood still so he could shoot. This thing compulsory moved into the archers, wherever they are, huntsmen. He failed his terror test, so he ran away. Don't blame him one bit. So
That's probably a better result for me.
I think so. I think so. So went into magic phase, got 10 power dice. Yeah, 10 power dice.
Interesting turn.
Yeah, interesting turn. I did a warp lightning first, failed a cast. I did a cracks the call from here, hoping to do some killing over here. Passed, didn't dispel it, and then it's 4 dice worth of inches. I rolled 7, so I went from here to about here.
Yeah, 3 ones and a 4.
Yeah, 3 ones and a 4. Great roll. I then tried to cast a Wither from here onto this unit, which would have given them -1 toughness permanently for the game. Jason dispelled it. I then tried to cast Plague, and I failed to cast that as well. Yep. So Magic Phase was absolutely splendificent. So swiftly moving into shooting, and even I only just realised I actually only have a warp lightning cannon during the shooting phase.
Which is unusual for a Skaven.
Yeah, no, it's quite a lot of shooting, but I've definitely left the best till last. The warp lightning cannon fired all the way over here, bounced over. It landed perfectly in the middle of the unit of demogryphs. It does he had 2 rows of 2, and it does a small template where it lands. It was strength 6, which is 3 wounds, and it has d6 wounds for each of them, and I caused 9 wounds altogether. So 3 demogryphs exploded into a feather.
Plus side, they passed their panic test.
They passed their panic test. That's one. That's the positive about that. So that was my turn 1. I think it's slightly better than the 1 wound turn by Jason. So upper hand slightly. Let's go on to Empire turn 2.
Right. So this was the end of Empire turn 2. It was kind of a mixed turn. Actually, not a mixed turn. It was a rubbish turn. My turns was charges. The Pagain charged these clan rats, and the Pistoliers charged over there. Because you see they're both still standing there, so that didn't go so well. I just turned around to face there. The Knights moved over there. Actually, Dee pointed out something interesting to me when I just taken my turn. It's like when I was doing my units coming on the board, I just did it as normal coming on the end of the, just as a, robotic movement, just bring them on as normal. But I could have come on the sides, yeah, because the whole square is my deployment zone. Didn't think of that. So the wizard moved through there, and they moved up to there. The archers rallied, rolled double 1, and the steam tank moved up to there. And yes, that is still there. I'll come back to that in a second. The demigryph moved, the lone demigryph moved up, so to support that guy over there. And in the magic phase, I think I rolled 8 dice, and I cast quite a few spells. I Uranian's Thunderbolt them, killed 6 of them. Then I wind blasted them backwards 2 inches. I cast Comet of Cassadora, but was dispelled over there. And I cast Harmonic Convergence on myself, and that was dispelled as well. In the shooting phase, cannon number 1 fired over here, and I rolled a 1 to wound. Then this cannon fired over here and rolled a 1 to wound. And then just for the hell of it, I fired the steam gun, and that rolled a 1 to wound. So that was pretty good shooting. Over here, my captain killed 2 clan rats, and the Pegasus killed another one.
That's 3 clan rats.
And I did nothing in return, but I lost because of a stupid musician.
And I had a musician, so.
But I held, so they're gonna get beaten up next turn. And the Pistoliers caused a wound on the warp lightning cannon. So I won by 1, but he held because of the Inspiring Presence. So that's it. Not a lot other than that happened. So, I'm really frustrated by the stupid cannons. I fired, was it 4 cannons into this Furby, and I can't cause a single bloody wound on it. So, let's see what you can do on your turn.
End of Skaven turn 2. In terms of movement, rats move round, hoping that the lightning cannon will hold. Haha. Those are there. These guys moved over a bit. These guys shuffle forward 3 inches to mitigate the warp gale.
You're greedy.
I decided rather than going for the easy target, I'd go for a 11 inch into the side of the boat. I only rolled 5 on 3 dice, which sucks. So that's what he did. Got to the magic phase, 6 dice. Basically, I went for a wither, which he dispelled, and went for pestilence and failed to cast. I rang the screaming bell. I rolled a 15 with no doubles or triples. The result was all Skaven units within 12 got +1 to their attacks until my next turn.
There aren't any.
As you can see, nothing within that rough 12 radius. And also, buildings within 24 inches were blown up on a level 4+. No buildings around here. So, another fantastic magic phase. Shooting phase is non-existent because both the things that can potentially shoot are in combat. So, got to combat. Jason is terrible. He caused 1 wound on this. I killed one of his. It was a draw, so I've stood there. Over here, once again, Jason's still terrible. He killed 2 clan rats. I actually caused 3 wounds. He did fail 1, but he got something which allows him to reroll failed armor saves, which is really frustrating. So I got no combat rest from that. He was on 2. I had 3 ranks and a banner, so he lost by 2, but he rolled a 4 for his leadership test. So yeah, he stands still, and I think that's all she wrote when it comes to my turn 2. So Jason, turn 3.
Okay, so this is Empire turn 3. Much better turn, I think. Knights moved up there. Those guys just reformed a little bit, not much. And the Pistoliers were in combat over there. Demigryph charged into the flank here. And the steam tank charged the HP. That was all the charges and movement sort of thing. Magic wise, not a lot. I cast Thunderbolt again on those guys and then killed 1 this turn. Everything else was dispelled or failed to cast. Shooting wise, the cannon can't see anything, so it didn't shoot. The archers had marched, so they can't shoot. So I didn't really have a shooting phase. And the combat phase, over here, I already killed 4 clan rats, even with the help of the Demigryph this time.
A lot of misses.
Yeah, a lot of misses. I still won combat by 2, I think. But
the annoying thing is that re-rolling armor saves, I actually would have caused 4 wounds by now.
Yeah.
Dead if it wasn't for the re-roll.
Yeah, because the amount of 1s I keep rolling for his armor and then a re-roll with. And the Pistoliers finally killed the warp lightning cannon over there. Yeah, just another wound. And that's it. So that's my. Oh, of course, over here. My impact hits caused 3 wounds on the HPA or the H bomb, and I caused another wound with the steam gun, and then he caused a wound back on me with feed, and that's it. I won combat. He's stubborn, and that's it.
They were stubborn, they passed.
Yeah. So it goes on to Skaven turn 3.
Okay, my turn 3.
I think it was.
Yeah, my turn 3. Captivate these. Have just shimmied across. The Plague Monks charged into combat. The space there, which was rat swarms, they charged into those. Guess what happened? Magic phase. Generated some power dice, didn't do anything, like usual. I did roll a 13 on the bell, which means every enemy unit within 24 inches took D3 strength 4 hits. Killed 1 over there. Didn't take any wounds. Kill 1 that unit.
2 of them, actually.
Didn't kill anything in there. Shooting phase irrelevant. Combat phase. They got squished. Moving on.
Well, what helped there was when stand and shoot, I got 6 wounds in stand and shoot.
So it's basically 5 less attacks against you. Although you still beat your combat by about 7, so I'm not sure it would have had much difference. Here, really bad round for me. Killed 6 guys in combat. I caused no wounds. Made me lose ranks. I was well gone. So they're running, but they haven't been caught. My turn. I rolled feed again, and I failed to wound. that's what happened there.
I'm happy with that.
These guys, I charged in. The plague sensor on the plague priest caused 1 wound on his wizard, killed 1 guy. Also killed 2 of my plague monks, unfortunately.
On 6s.
Then with my attacks, I killed a boatload because I used my plague banner, which allowed me to reroll once per game and reroll all failed hits and all failed wounds.
11.
So I killed 11 guys altogether, which was quite a good result there. Jason killed sort of 4 in response, but he's stubborn on 3 accounts, I think. Like Crown of Command, a banner, and he's got more ranks than me, so he was super stubborn. But he actually failed his first roll, but then re-rolled for the battle standards and stayed where he is. So, yeah, that's pretty much into turn 3. So, Empire turn 4 coming up.
Time to wrap up the game. Okay, so turn 4 for the Empire. Movement wise, I moved the knights around here, and Spearman moved up a little bit. The guys over there was obviously in combat, and both these guys charged their remaining clan rat units. As you can see, they're no longer there. Ran them down. Pistoliers moved up to the back here and fired on there, and I did no damage whatsoever. Magic wise, I don't think I did a lot in the magic. I think maybe I tried to cast harmonic conversions or whatever it's called. Yeah, and then I tried to put this +1 attack on this. Combat wise, that over there went much better. Obviously you can see that pile of spearmen that are back there are the ones that died. But I wiped out the plague monks, except for the plague priest, who failed its leadership test and ran off. I restrained from pursuing because it's D's turn next. So I didn't want to get. I wanted to make the charge harder for the screaming bell, if at all possible. And over here, I did a wound to the helpet. I rolled really poorly on my grinding attacks, and he rolled feed for the 3rd or 4th time in a row, and put 2 wounds on me this time. And that's about it. So at the end of my turn 4, D's got that unit left there, basically untouched, with the plague priest running away.
I lost 3 guys from when I rang about myself.
Oh yeah. And the helpet, I think, has got 1 wound left, because it's got 5.
And it might come back again.
Yeah, that's what I was actually happy with, them not killing them there. Just a little sit him and drown him in my steam tank. Okay, so that's the end of my turn. Your turn, 4.
Skaven turn, whoever cares. Skaven turn 4.
Yep.
These guys, attempted a charge on these guys, need to roll 8. I didn't. I rolled 6 on the dice, I think it was. So they move forward 4. Magic phase, I tried to do a cracked core to do a line down the side of them, and it got dispelled. I did successfully cast a plague, which hit this unit. I managed to kill 5 inner circle knights, which is really good. I then made a small mistake.
Panic test for him.
Yeah, you already are. Ooh, they lost. That was panic test for what they lost. I made a small mistake with plague. You then roll a dice to see what happens with it. On a 5 or a 6, it moves on to another unit of the enemy. I thought it was within 6 inches. Actually, when I went back to it, it's actually 12. I moved it onto them because within 6. But the annoying thing is, I could have moved it onto this unit because they're within 12, but made the mistake, unfortunately. And then from there, killed 4 of those guys, and then the spell ended. So that was that. I rang the bell, which was an 11, which does D3 wounds to toughness 7 or more, and there's nothing on the table toughness 7. Shooting, nothing. Got to combat. I finally didn't roll feed. I got Flaming Fist, which is 3d6 attacks. I only rolled 6 on 3 dice, which is pretty rubbish. I hit 5 times and then failed to wound anything, so I wish I'd have done feed. And that's the end of my abysmal turn 4. I'm just waiting to whimper to the end of the game, I think. I think it's not going well for me. So, yeah, Jason, come and finish.
Okay, so this was Empire turn 5, I think.
Yep.
And it was an interesting turn. I moved everything around, no charges, I just moved them all around this plague monk. I know, the Stormbowman unit with the bell. Pistoliers moved up, Pagain, Demigryph, Knights, Spearmen moved up as well, Archers moved up. And then in the magic phase, I cast Harmonic Convergence, which he dispelled. I cast Comet to cast Turret, just because I wanted to. I cast Thunderbolt on Monkey Man at the back there, which he dispelled. Yeah. Then in the shooting phase, that freaking cannon is so pointless. I don't even think it's there. I think it's just figment of my imagination.
Firing like feather balls.
Yeah. I fired at them and he misfired and can't shoot next turn. Pistoliers, I think, did nothing. Oh no,
They shot him, caused a wound.
put a wound on him, and the archers killed 2 Stormvermin. And then the steam tank absolutely demolished the Hell Pit, and he rolled a 3 for his comeback roll, which meant he's dead. And that's it. That's the end of the turn. So this is D's turn 5, and I got a feeling this is going to be a what do you call it? A very important turn.
Oh yeah, it basically depends on if I break these.
Yeah.
If I don't, I think I'm well and truly dead.
So let's see what he does.
Skaven turn 5. The line was broken. I charged with everything. I actually cast some magic. I tried to do a wither to give the unit minus 1 toughness, but I dispelled it. I then tried with 6 dice to cast the Skaven 13th lucky spell, and I cast it on exactly 25 and killed 14 of the spearmen. So that was very fortunate. Rang the bell, did nothing. That's not the we'll get to that in a second. So that was magic, shooting, nothing, combat. I killed every single spearman that was left. Didn't cause any additional wounds on the characters. He killed 1 Stormvermin back, but because he still had his standard bearer, his battle standard, he had the Crown of Command, which made him stubborn. So
the whole plan revolved around that.
Whole plan. So needing 8s or less on 2 dice, he rolled a 9. With his battle standard, he re-rolled and rolled a 9. So I cut him down, and now I feel a little tiny bit better. As only really the Pistoliers and possibly some long bomb charges from these 2 could actually get him into combat. So I'm feeling a lot better. And this is level 4 wizard dead, so yeah, I'm feeling alright. So Jason's last turn as he fixes all of his dead. Well, let's see what happens in Jason's last.
Okay, so this was my turn 6, my last turn. I didn't do a lot. I didn't charge in. I left. In fact, I moved them back a bit. Moved the archers up a bit and the Pistoliers up in there. The comet came down. It just went 4 inches, so no big deal there. We just realised the 11 on the would have killed the cannon because the cannon stuff is 7.
She took 6 wounds.
So the cannon was dead. But shooting wise, the Pistoliers is the most important thing. Killed the Plague Priest in the corner there. And my brilliant archers killed another 2 Stormvermin. And the cannon fired, tried to go down the flank there, but only killed 2 Stormvermin. So 4 Stormvermin and the Plague Priest dead in my turn, and that is me done. So now D's gonna try and do some magic on me, and that'll be his turn done. What are you gonna do, man? Tell us now. Tell me.
Not a lot.
Alright, go. Alright, yeah, so we'll finish off D's last turn and then tell you what happened as well and how we thought he'd win. So he literally turned around.
I turned around, I did a crack, that's cool. Like these guys, I killed 1.
I've refilled them up.
I rang the bell, I rolled another
12,
which is another toughness 7 takes D3. It's 3 times a roll in 5 turns.
So that cannon is proper dead.
And that's basically everything that they've done in that turn. So that finished the game.
We've worked out the points.
Calculated points. Jason won by 138.5 points.
I half did it.
So yeah, congratulations, Jason.
Yeah, man, that was a strange old game. There's like 2 inept armies just flailing around.
A lot of really pointless phases.
Well, your magic was shut down a lot by my magic. Although my magic seemed to be a little more useful. My shooting phases was abysmal. I mean, my cannons, I think I rolled the artillery dice 6 times, and not a single time did I do a single wound with any of them.
I think surprisingly, my Hellbait Abomination did nothing.
Yeah.
Normally he wins me games, but he got tied up by the steam tank. I kept him rolling poorly. I think that obviously, it made a massive difference.
I was really happy with how that went from my perspective. I mean, the fact that you charged in here, and then those archers fled away, which I think worked a lot in my favour, and then you just got stuck here flailing around. And
I tried to charge towards the knights when, retrospectively, maybe I should have just charged the Demogryph, and I could have killed him because they're worth 200 points.
Yeah, or maybe even the steam tank, because the steam tank wouldn't have got its charge attack. So.
Yeah. So.
But in the end, what was really funny was at the end there when you freaking smashed through the line and I couldn't roll my if I held there, the last turn might have actually gone a lot different, because if you'd been stuck there, I would have charged in the rear with all these other units. I'm not actually sure I would have won that. You know, you might have got the victory points for the demigriffs, because if you'd killed the demigriffs, that last demigriff, you would have got the victory points for them. You could probably certainly kill Pagain.
Maybe.
Then you have an ogre at the back of that thing.
Right, it's only 3 attack strength 5.
We were also saying in the last turn, if he had cast a, what's that, 13 spell? The dread
Spell, yeah,
on them, he might have, because he would have got it resistible, he would have killed them and got a draw.
But, c'est la vie.
So, I think this is the second time I've beaten you in a row now?
In a row?
Yeah, was it beat you at Woodell's? Or no, was that a draw? I can't remember.
That was a draw.
I might have to go look back and just suck and rub it in your face. What do you think about, are you looking forward to the new fantasy changes?
Well, I literally haven't looked at any of the rumours, haven't looked at anything, so
Yeah, I
I've
don't.
got no idea what's going to happen. So, like one of our other friends was saying, or it's been in the video, Swampy, he just said that he's not going to read any rumours, he's just going to buy the rulebook, so it comes out and then play it.
Yeah,
see what happens.
Swamp only plays fantasy.
Yeah, so it's a lot. He plays War Machine.
Me and Dee have been playing fantasy. I mean, Dee was one of the first
I was the first person who played when he came to the country, wasn't he?
with a Skaven.
Cheeky little 16-year-old kid
Jesus,
moving a war machine down the side of your ranks, and you're thinking, what the hell is this guy doing? And I blew you up.
That was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
I think we were playing, what was it, 6th edition at the time?
Yeah, probably what we're on now, like 34th edition.
I have no idea. It's 8th edition, I think. Look, I like to just show you all these dead rats.
Hey, I killed at least 7 of those models.
Cool. Thanks for the game, Dee.
Right.
And thanks for you guys watching. And we'll probably be filming some board games tonight as well. So we'll speak to you guys later.
If you guys are interested, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, watch the board games, man. Board games are good as well.
Yay, board games.